just made it to the Akihabara station here in Tokyo, and this area is considered to be the epicenter of anime, manga, video games, and electronics here in Tokyo. It is one of the most popular stops along the JR Shinkansen line. It was previously known as Electric Town due to its production of electronic goods, and it's actually still very popular for that same reason to this day. Today, Akihabara is one of Tokyo's most famous and most visited districts. Fans of Japanese pop culture flock to this area every day. So even if anime isn't your thing, it's still not a bad idea to make a quick stop, experience the culture of this district, grab something to eat, maybe pick up a souvenir. Let's check it out. And I just wanted to talk about the weather real quick because we're here in May and we expected it to be mostly hot and humid. The first day it was very hot, very humid, but since then it's been cool and windy, so really unpredictable. And then this last day, today, it's been raining all day long. So that's pretty standard for Tokyo. So just a little tip for when you travel here, especially during May. The weather could be unpredictable, so pack accordingly. What did you say the name of this place was?
Radio Kaikan.
All right.
It's like a big shopping mall. It's pretty small each floor, but there's a ton of floors just stacked on each other.
Nice. You had a plan to come here beforehand, right?
Yeah.
All right.
This is one of the 3 big stores I want to go to.
Nice. So we're still here in Akihabara, and one of the cool things about Japan that I've learned is that for most of these stores, especially most of these bigger electronic and toy stores, they don't charge a tax for foreigners. So if you show your passport, show that you're a foreigner, you can purchase these products tax-free. And that's really cool, especially for a lot of the exclusive items that are only sold here in Japan, to be able to purchase them pretty much at a discount. It's pretty cool. Okay, we're still here in Akihabara, and we decided to stop off at Noroshi ramen restaurant before we head back. And quick little tip on ramen here in Japan, kind of how to order. You don't just sit down in most restaurants and order like you would in a traditional restaurant. You're gonna have to use sort of their kiosk or their little touch screen, and they're gonna usually direct you to it. A lot of them have the English options, some don't. So here's what it looks like. When you come in, you sort of just come over here. And this one does have the English option. So you could pretty much go through the prompts here of what you want. And once you click what you want, it'll take you to the next step. You can order your drinks, sides, everything. Basically going to check out right here, and you're going to pay here, and then the server and the staff will bring the food to you. So that's just my little tip on how to order if you come to a ramen restaurant here in Japan, in Tokyo. All right, so we just made it to Asakusa, which is another famous district here in Tokyo. Definitely different from places like Shinjuku and Shibuya. This is a more traditional area, and it is actually home to the Senso-ji Temple, which is Tokyo's oldest and most visited Buddhist temple. It's easily recognizable because of its 5-story pagoda that is right behind me. This area, we actually came here on a weekend, and it's extremely busy. There's all kinds of shops and restaurants lining the streets of this area. So if you want to come on a weekday and get that perfect shot, that's the time to come really early. We came on a weekend in the afternoon, so this is what it looks like. So we're about to check it out and see what it's all about.
One of the traditions you do at temple here in Tokyo is that you can ask for a wish from God. Of course, nothing's free here, so you cost 100 yen. You put it right here. You shake it, and you shake this right here. And one, if a wish come out, that came out, tells you a number. It's 54, 5, 5, 0, 10, 4, 54. And we look for 54 right here. 45, 46, 37. 54, and then you pull it out. It tells you what your fortune is. So this 54, and so it talks about this is all in poems, the rhythms, but basically something about that. This is not a good one. Your body wants to go somewhere, but your mind does not want to. They go opposite direction. The moon is dark, and you can't see at night. It's a very long night. This is a horrible one. And you know you're busy, but this is really bad. It goes fish and water you have not met. So basically, this is a bad fortune. Of course, this is for someone else, not for me. I wasn't asking that question. Of course. Yeah. And then afterwards, what you want to do is that you want to fold it. You tie it right here. So. I'm not very good at tying, but other people are better. Yeah, that's how you do.
right, so we made it back to Asakusa. We were here earlier today, but there were lots of people. It was really crowded. It was hard to move around. So we decided to come back at night, and I'm really glad we made that decision because it's incredible. The way the streets are lit up, the way the Senso-ji Temple looks at night, it's amazing. And even though all the food vendors are gone and all the stalls are closed, it's really something you have to be here to experience in person for yourself. So I highly recommend visiting Asakusa at night.
Okay, everybody, so we're back. As you know, last time I had the worst fortune. I had the one that says the mind goes one direction, the body goes to the left. And the night was long, there was no moon. Don't make any business decisions, it was going to turn out bad. So that was the worst possible fortune I could get. So now we're back at nighttime, a different time spot. We're hoping to get a better luck. So we're going to try this again. Okay, so this time we got 23. So 2, 10, 3, 23. Put it back, this is for 23. So 21, 22, 23. So this is a 1. Wish me luck. Okay, this is a little better. This one says that one shot I hit a red bullseye and I can cross the distance, travel far, and reach the destination. So this is a better one. Thank goodness. So different people, different way of putting it on. For me, I go for the most basic knot. Whatever it takes to keep it on. There you go. And that's it. Hope you get good luck as well. Hi, so today we're at Kiyomizu-dera. This is one of the oldest temples in Kyoto. It's like over 1,300 years old. And as you can see, it's all made of wood. So you go over here, the structure is very unique. It has no nails, so there's no metal was used to build these facilities. And this is the main one. It's under a 50-year renovation cycle, so every year they're renovating something. For the past 10 years, you actually cannot see the front side. It has scaffolds over it. And we're very lucky we can see the opening now. Inside it has the cannon, and then it's pretty much solid gold statue. We cannot take photos, so we can only do it outside. And the story itself is about 6-7 buildings tall. You can get over the shot, you can't see it. The legend has it, if you jump off the building and you survive, God will grant you wishes. Please don't do that.
Okay, we're still here in Arashiyama and we made it to the famous Saga Toriimoto Street. This is a famously preserved street in Arashiyama, and we decided again to rent some bikes. There's a lot of ground to cover here, and walking, if you only have half a day, really isn't going to get you very far. So these bike rentals are located near the train stations, and it's a great way to get around this area, visit all the temples that are in this area, the little shops, the restaurants, everything that this place has to offer. right, so we just made it to Nara from Kyoto, and this is a great option if you're looking for like a day excursion, something that's not going to take all day. It only takes about 45 minutes to get to Nara from Kyoto on a train, and we're looking mainly just to explore the park that it's famous for, and sort of see some of the temples. Few hours tops. If you want to spend more time here, you absolutely can. Several days to explore everything that Nara has to offer. But if you only have a couple days in Kyoto like us, and you're looking to sort of just see the essentials, see the park, see some of the temples, then it shouldn't take you more than a few hours. Let's check it out. All right, we just made it to Nara Park, and there are these stands that you can buy in the park, these little rice cakes, so that you could feed the deer. We're walking up to one right now, and these guys already know where the food is. Hello.
Hello.
Could I do 3?
3.
Yes.
600 yen.
600, okay. Thank you. This is an incredibly well-preserved park. It is probably Nara's biggest attraction because of the sika, or the deer that roam freely here. There's about 1,500 deer or so in the park at any given time, and they are protected by Japan's government. Up until 1637, it was considered a capital offense to kill one of these deer. So according to Japanese folklore, they are divine creatures. And one of the interesting things about the deer here at Nara Park is that they are so accustomed to humans that they've learned over the years to bow, and that's more likely to get them food. So for about 200 yen, you could purchase these rice crackers anywhere in the park, and what you're supposed to do is bow, they'll bow in return, and then you feed them. So like we talked about before, Curran almost caught a hoof to the face from these deer. They could be very aggressive, especially when they know you have food, obviously. So they'll follow you, they might nip at you, they might bite you, they might jump on you. So just be very careful and kind of watch yourself when you're out here feeding these deer. Stops is the Tōdai-ji Temple, which is directly behind me. And this structure is one of Japan's oldest living temples. It houses one of Japan's largest Buddhas, and in a moment we'll go and actually see the inside. And it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It dates back to the 8th century when Nara was Japan's capital. So there's a lot of history here. It's definitely worth a day trip if you're in the Osaka or Kyoto area. Again, it's only a 45-minute bullet train ride to get here, so it should definitely be on your list, and we're about to check it out.
私たちはお茶の神林です。宇治にあります。宇治はお茶で有名な市になります。私たちは400年前からこちらでお店をしております。日本茶すべてのものが宇治茶でこちらで扱っています。
Okay, so we just made it to the famous Fushimi Inari here in Kyoto, and you could see this is where the famous path begins. The torii gates are behind me, and this is one of Kyoto's most famous landmarks. It is one of Japan's oldest Shinto shrines. It was founded in 711 AD, and Inari sits at the base of a mountain also named Inari, which goes up about 230 meters. And this is the beginning of a long hike that you can take through this path, and it goes about 2.5 miles. It takes about 2 hours at a walking pace, so it's a decent hike. You obviously don't have to do the whole hike. People come here to walk through the famous torii gates that are behind me. There's thousands of these torii gates, and some people just come here to take those iconic pictures, but others come here as part of a religious pilgrimage to actually go to the religious sites that are higher up. So we're gonna go ahead and start our journey. Okay, so we're about 30 minutes in, we're about halfway up, and obviously the higher you get, the less of a crowd. So if you're interested in kind of getting away from the crowds and you come at a busy time, easy way to do that is just make it all the way to the end. So halfway through it, we lost about half of the crowd, so we're almost there.
If you ever wonder where the torii gates came from, they're all from donations. Look up, the two words means donation, and if you turn around, it has a year it was donated and who donated. Most of these are companies. Now you know.
Okay, so we just made it to the top of Inari. It took us about an hour, a little over an hour to make it to the top, so we're just resting before we head back down. But one of the things I noticed about this area is that everywhere you look, you see statues of foxes. And one of the things that I learned is that similar to the deer of Nara Park, foxes are considered sacred. They are considered to be messengers of the gods. So statues of them are just all over the place in this area. So when you come to Inari, expect to see lots of foxes. Osaka from Kyoto. The plan is to spend half a day here, check out the castle, check out a few of the sites in Osaka. It's only about 40 minutes from Kyoto, but there's actually a typhoon headed in, so it's raining pretty bad here. But we're gonna make the best of it and still see what we can check out while we're here. Up our time in Osaka, but before we do, we decided to make a quick stop to do some knife shopping, and we're here at a place that was recommended to us. I'm gonna go ahead and put the name of this establishment on screen because I can't pronounce it right now, but it is a well-known shop here in Osaka, and we're about to walk in and meet the owner. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to try in Osaka was takoyaki, which is fried octopus. I've never tried it before, this will be my first time. And Osaka is well known for this type of food. You can buy it on the street or you can go to a sit-down place, but every part of Japan has food that they're known for, and this is something I really wanted to try, so we'll see how it is. Restaurant called Kani Doraku, which is a restaurant that specializes in serving crab meat. I've been to Osaka several times and I've always wanted to visit this restaurant, but it's always so packed it's hard to get a table. It's very iconic, it's easily recognizable, it has a huge crab on the outside of the restaurant, so finally was able to make it here and check it off the list. If you plan on visiting, just make sure you book a reservation well in advance. made it to the Tokyo Station, and when you go underground and see these train stations for the first time, it's something that is incredible because they are cities unto themselves. There's pretty much everything you could imagine down here, especially at this station, the Tokyo Station, being as large as it is and as popular as it is. Everything from clothing to food. And the thing about the food is they're not just like mini mart venues like 7-Eleven and Family Mart, although they do have those. There are a ton of sit-down places that you can choose from, not just Japanese food, but Western food as well. So seeing the Tokyo train station culture is pretty incredible. We just made it to the Imperial Palace here in Tokyo, and like I said before, there's no better way to familiarize yourself with a new area than to go for a run. So we're about to go for a jog. The Imperial Palace is one of the most popular running spots for competitive runners and recreational runners in all of Tokyo, and we're here on a Sunday, so there's a ton of people out. We're about to see what it's at. As we draw the curtain on this latest journey, we find ourselves reminiscing the vibrant sights and experiences of Tokyo, the unique history of Aizu, the tranquil beauty of Kyoto, the deer of Nara, and the bustling energy of Osaka. Our adventure may be coming to a close, but the memories we've made in these incredible destinations will stay with us a lifetime. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get notifications on future episodes. Your support is truly what makes this channel possible. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon on the next adventure.